When I first started dancing, there wasn't a lot of opportunity to film what we were doing, or at least to share it easily, because a lot of what was filmed was on VHS. I remember that really it was about 2005, 2006, obviously when YouTube developed, that people started publishing videos in a way that it could be shared easily. And the video that I was in that helped to launch my career was actually the 2006 ULHS video, Ultimate Lindy Hop Showdown video, where I was an amateur still, and I remember being in the ballroom at the time, and with my partner Nell, and we decided we're gonna go all out. We're gonna throw all our tricks. We're gonna dance so hard in this room of 200 people dancing, and I just remember that the judges saying, "Oh, look at them." And so as an amateur, I was able to compete with a lot of my instructors and the people I looked up to. And I remember going outside and puking on a car. I was like, oh my God, I'm so nervous. And going back in and dancing the best that I could. But that was really the time when I also started to research Lindy Hop through videos. Something that I value is my instruction and some of the ideas that I've developed. One area of my online presence has been in a dance called drag blues, which I was really inspired to me by Mike Faltasek, Chance and Amy Bushman, Damon Stone and Heidi Fight, and a couple other dancers. And it was this really ragdoll style and a lot of movements that you would see on the Spirit Moves, which was called ballrooming at the time. And really at the time, my partner and I, Nell, we took what we were learning and embodied it in our bodies and developed it within our concepts of musicality. And there were a couple changes that inspired my approach to drag blues. One of them is that I asked my partner to match the energy that I was creating, right? So in essence, there was no absorption. I said, hey, if I twist my body and I step back, would you mind twisting your body and stepping forward? And frame matching came to me through Dax Hawk, a concept of his that I developed into a framework in my head that I'm like, okay, it's a matching of posture, a matching of this thing called tone, the tension, which is what Dax was really focused on, and then energy, so the energy and the direction of the energy. So I was asking Nell at the time, can you move your body, and match my shape changes? Can you move your body and match my energy changes? And so one of the things that changed was I asked her to move her foot. And so when I extended my leg, she would extend her leg without me having to lift it or move it. And the moment she did that, I was able to move freely forward as well as backwards, but also because she was matching my rhythms, I could create more complicated rhythms within my body that wasn't necessarily delayed because she was right there with me. And so, these concepts of ballrooming and this ragdoll style put together with this concept of frame matching, like cakewalk. Like I remember learning from Chance Bushman and also in harangue what cakewalk was. So learning what a replacement step was and how that was slightly different than Charleston. And what that meant in my dancing. And so to replace my foot kind of felt like the cakewalk that I was learning at the time. So all these things kind of came together. The Charleston, my Lindy Hop dancing, my classes that I was learning from, frame matching, and then the ragdoll style and the ballrooming. And we put together drag blues, and it was so cool and it was so unique. And I remember performing at Blue Shout in 2009, I think. And it was to Hot Potato, and it was the first time that we did something like that. Put together a routine that embodied all these concepts, And it was explosive, you know. So many people loved that video. So many people liked that style dancing that my partner and I, Nell, we decided to put together a couple instructional videos. Say, hey, okay, if you would like to learn from us, here's a couple different ways, right? You can come take a workshop with us. Here's some online videos. Here's an instructional DVD to break it down even more. And from that, I decided that drag blues and these concepts were so important to me, I'm gonna put them out on YouTube for free.